It is Rambling Hour with Lisa. It is August 22nd of 2021, and this is Season 4, Episode 5. I'm coming to you from my entranceway, like the foyer, the hall, stairs, and landing, whichever you want to call it. There's a cushion behind me. I don't know if I might have shown you guys this before, but it says, live your life like butterfly. What? Like a butterfly. Take a rest sometimes, but never forget to fly. So I bought this, when I saw it, it was shortly after my dad passed away, I think, but I just remember seeing it and it reminded me of my dad, so I bought it, and it sits on the telephone bench here in the entranceway. So I do have a guest today, but before I bring on my guest, I am going to just show you, I could have done it in the garden, but like I said, it's getting darker and darker every week, it seems, so it's already just dusk out there, and I don't like the way it feels, so I am coming to you from in here. But what I did just before the live, and I am sorry I'm a few minutes late, is I went and grabbed a few things from in the garden just to make a little arrangement. But in my haste, I guess, my quickness, I didn't do as well as I could have. It's just a bit of mumble jumbo in there. So I'll put it to where it's in focus. And yeah, so we'll just have that over there. I just added a few fern leaves at the back to, which actually worked out well because that fern had like its leaves are, there's three different ferns in a row, and the one in the middle had like really big fronds, and they were kind of covering the other two, so those ones that I snipped off are these ones here, and it shows the other ferns now. Okay, so I hope everybody's had a good week, and that you guys have lots of stories and lots of things to talk about. And I will, hello Melody, and I will bring on my beautiful guest right now. I'm doing well today. Hello, sister friends.
Good morning or afternoon there. Well, afternoon here too.
Evening here.
Good evening.
After 8 p.m. already.
How are you today?
Yes. If you guys hear some shouting, that is just Thomas and Aurora playing video games in his room. Sorry, still wet hair. So
That's
I haven't done my workout yet, but I'll do it after. Okay, so what happened today was like, it was supposed to be rainy and cloudy all weekend. And so when I got up, I'm like, yeah, I'll just do my workout early, and then I'll have all day to get ready for my live. And then the sun started peeking out, so I ran outside. I was like standing in the sun on my face and enjoying the sun for a bit. And then it ended up staying out, the sun stayed out for most of the day, so I ended up being outside for most of the day.
Nice.
Because even though we have a longer season, growing season and everything, it's like you guys get summer in July and August, but we get like a week here, a couple days there, 2 weeks. Like our summer's all like, so I just, anytime we still have lots of cloudy, rainy days, and some days it's cooler than others, so it's not like I get nice like weeks and weeks of summer.
We've had an extremely hot summer this year, like so many over 30 days, or over 30 degrees days. Today's rainy though.
Right. Yeah. Oh, I saw that. I looked at the Edmonton forecast. Yeah, I think your weekend was rainy, and not last. I don't think it was last night. It might have been the night before. It was 8 degrees overnight.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool in the evenings.
That's weird for there. Usually the summer days are hot and nights are warm too.
July, I think, is when you get the hottest overnight lows, or you know what I mean, overnight highs then.
Yeah, but August is usually still pretty warm, but I guess we're coming to the end of August, so it starts to cool down, and then beginning of September when kids start school and when you have a birthday.
Yeah, I got an early birthday gift from anti-gravity.
For outside, for summertime, like for camping and stuff.
Well, yeah, if you want to bring it camping, but I'll just probably just use it in the yard.
Yeah, well, be careful because you have a concrete yard, and have you flipped out of it yet?
No.
Because you lean back. I fell out of mine twice when I had it in Canada. I have it here, but I haven't really used it. Yeah.
No, I can't see how, like, can't see how maybe you had an old model, because I can't see how you could flip out of these.
Oh, maybe they have improved it. Mine was close to when they first came out. Well, not when they first came out and were really expensive, but a little ways after. But it was before I moved here, so that's like almost 7 years ago that I've been here. So yeah, maybe they've improved the model, but I did flip backwards in it twice.
Oh,
I didn't get hurt, but it's just funny.
Well, you're a bit klutzy.
That's true. So how has your week been? How's your day?
The day's been good. Haven't did much of anything.
That's exciting.
That's my life.
Well, no, but you've been busy on your Sundays. 2 weeks ago, you were baking. Last week, you and Brock had plans.
Yeah, and then some weekends I'm out at the lake with Candace.
Oh, is Brock at his dad's this weekend?
Yeah, we switch on Sundays, so he'll be coming here later today.
Right. Oh, do you guys do week on, week off?
Yes. Yeah.
But it's nice if they're close enough, because then when Brock's in school, even if you're doing a week on, week off, his school does, like, nothing gets messed up.
Right.
Right. That's nice.
How's the kids?
Everybody's good and alive and doing fine. Yeah. I gotta, like, we're so close to school starting. I gotta really get my act together and get things ready for school.
Yeah, me too. Even though he's doing online schooling, they sent like the school supply list, and there's still stuff on there that I need to get for him.
Hi, Mommy.
Hi, Mom.
So, okay, you are my guest today. Tell everybody who you are, even though I've had you as my guest before.
I am Lisa's oldest sister, Melody.
Yes.
And I live in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
Yes, and we're 4 years apart.
Yes.
Mom said hi, no. I think she means hi, no.
Probably. I keep looking over at my laptop to see the notifications. But.
Oh, well, don't worry. I can tell you if there's comments. There's not many right now anyways. So tell everybody what you do for a living.
I'm a parts technician. So basically, shops phone me for parts that they need to repair customers' vehicles. I look them up and basically bill them out, and then they go to a different section of the building to be picked and shipped. We have a fleet of drivers.
And how long have you done that?
Automotive parts. I've been doing that, I don't know, 23 years.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, what was the last thing you said?
I said I've been doing it for 23 years.
Yeah, what did you say right before that?
Or more. That we have a fleet of drivers.
Yeah, and then after that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, I said basically I work in automotive parts.
Right. And do you like it?
Yeah. I do. I wouldn't still be doing it. So.
Well, that's all that's important, is that you like your job, so then your days don't feel wasted.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you like to get out of life before you die?
Material wise, like I want a summer home. Like I want to, or live out at the lake. That's the biggest thing. And I'd like to live on acreage. So those are the two biggest, hopes and dreams that I have for myself. But
so would you want to live on an acreage, like when you're still working, or is that a retirement? Like once you're done working, you want to live on an acreage at a lake or
no, I would live on one if I could.
yeah, if the opportunity came up, like sooner than later, and you were still working, you would, but as long as it was, you could commute or there was a job near there, then you would live on an acreage now if you could.
Correct. Yeah.
They call them small holdings here, probably because they don't
Okay.
have the amount of acres that we have in Canada to sell to people. So,
But you know, even if I couldn't live on an acreage, I would just like a cabin out at the lake that I could get away to every weekend, or a lake lot, or have a house by the lake. I want to be near the lake.
me too.
Near water.
I know. That's me too. I would love it. Okay, so that was material. So what do you want to get out of life before you die? Non-material.
I don't know. That's such a hard question. I don't think I have any vision for future. I don't know.
Well, how do you know what to work towards if you don't know what you want?
I don't know what, well, exactly. I don't know what to work towards. I don't, I'm in a spot right now where I just don't have any dreams or ambitions. I'm just bleh.
Well, you need to fix
Because
that.
it seems like, pardon me?
You need to fix that. You can't manifest things if you don't know what you want. So you need to find some old magazines and start ripping things out and take a piece of like paper and make a vision board. Just anything. That's the kind of house. That's the kind of partner. If you want a partner, that's the kind of bike I want to ride when I'm going for bike rides. Whatever the things you want, right? You got to picture your lake house. What kind of lake do you want? Do you want it to be a sandy shore or a rocky shore? Do you want a dock? Do you want a boat? And it doesn't have to just be material things, but you got to start thinking about the things that you want. You can't, you know, I heard this really good thing, and I know that I'm married, so it doesn't apply to me, but if I was single when I heard it, I thought it was really good. So they talk about people who are saying like, oh, I want to have a partner. I want to find some love. I want to find this. And then it's like, well, look at your bedroom. Have you made it an inviting space? As in, do you sleep in the middle of the bed? Is it all like, you know, girly or your stuff? If you want to invite someone into your life, make your room where you sleep on the side of the bed that you would want, and the other side is open for someone. And I don't mean just have someone sleep over. I'm saying picture your life like that person's already in it. Empty half of your closet or wardrobe so that that partner, you know what I mean? You got to make your space, let the universe know that you're serious, that you want somebody in your life. But if your house is full of cats, and I know you're allergic to cats, otherwise you'd be a cat lady. If your house is full of cats and clutter, and you're really not, then how is the universe supposed to know that you really are and try to invite somebody into your life and your space? I thought that was really good. It made sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I'll have to go clean up some of the plants in the driveway so I can get more vehicles. No, I'm just kidding. I don't really want more vehicles. But I would love a lake and obviously a speedboat and stuff, but it's not the same out here. There is lakes, but it's just not the same out here as Canada.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know what to talk.
What about when you were younger, like when you were a kid? What did you want to get out of life when you were a kid? And where did you think you would be like, I'm going to be married, I'm going to have 17 kids, I'm going to...
Yeah, I thought I'd be married. I always wanted many kids. But I gotta talk about it, I'll cry. Life doesn't turn out.
Life never turns out the way that you thought it would. So don't like, I'm not trying to make you cry.
I have two wonderful boys. That's terrific, right?
Well, I'm lonely with boys.
You know.
I thought you'd have like 6 boys and they would all be big wrestlers or football players, and they'd be like, "Hey, Mom," looking down at you.
That's what I thought too.
But 2 is better than none. And listen, I've been married twice, and it's not. I'd rather be happy alone than married and not happy. So
I wouldn't know. I've never had the opportunity.
it's not any different than being in a committed relationship. And you've
I don't
had
know
some,
what's wrong with me. I don't know why people don't want to be with me or stay with me or why I can't find a good one.
because
Why
you're
I have
saying,
to struggle every day through life as a single mom. Like, I'm
yeah, but
so tired.
yeah,
I'm
I,
tired. I'm depressed. I don't come on your lives because I don't move off the couch.
well, the
I don't
good
want
news
to talk to people. I don't want to visit people. I'm just going through a depression, I think.
well, that's down days, and we all have them, and that's
Oh
okay.
yeah, exactly.
It's
I
okay.
think it's through COVID and then having the surgery and everything, I couldn't move for a few months. So I think maybe I'm just kind of stuck in a rut. Like I just need to, I don't know, get out of the rut somehow.
No, I understand. I mean,
No.
especially when I was pregnant and sick and I couldn't leave bed, it was a long time before I could literally, like you said, literally get up and do something. And you feel like it's the end of the world, even though you know it's not. And it's crazy how life can change so quickly. And so you got to be ready. Like, I don't know. I just picture you putting your hair back in a ponytail and getting ready because life's going to start. And you just never know when things are going to happen. So what you need, I'm not going to tell you what you need to do. You just need to smile. It's so easy to be happy. But I also know that, I used to say that I was bad with money. I used to say that all the time. Oh, I'm bad with money. And then I thought, you know what? I'm not bad with money. At that time, I just never had enough to pay all my bills. So it wasn't that I was bad with money. It was that I was, I'm great at budgeting. If I'm working with someone else's money, I know exactly what to do with it. So it's the way you're saying things. And you know what? I used to say that all the time. They never stayed. No one ever stayed. And then when I was married to Michael, I used to say that one of the reasons I'm with him is because he never left. And then he left too. So you know what I mean? Like it's also how we say things. If we keep saying nobody ever stays, then we create that. We have to say I'm worth loving, and if no one's gonna love me, then I'll love me, and I'm enough to. I wish I knew this version of me when I was younger. 5 seconds. Hey! Sorry, kids are up on the balcony. I wish I knew this version of me when I was younger, because all I did, so many years in tears, cried over boys and men and wanting what I didn't have. And had I known that I would have got it in the future, like kids and the marriage and everything, then I could have done so much more with my time and my life than lying in bed crying about it. And now, even though I know I'm better in a relationship and I like it, I know that I'm okay by myself too. I enjoy time with myself. I have lots of hobbies. I do lots of things, and it's so hard, like you said, right now though with COVID, because even if you want to be social, even if you have the urge to be social, it's not as easy as going for coffee with your friends, or it's starting to get there with being vaccinated and stuff, but it's not exactly the same. I'm just going to read the comments really quickly, and then you can comment. Lori said maybe next live you'll have a vision board to show us all, and it'll be put into motion. Tina's watching. Mom says haha, and Laurie says totally, Lisa. So I mean, you've known me all my life. This happy, yeah, are you with me?
I'm listening. I was reading comments.
I thought you were frozen.
Thank you, Laurie.
You've known me all my life. This version of me that people see now is not who you knew me when I was a teenager.
Right.
How many times was it me who was in the position that you feel right now, where you were in the long relationships? When I was an adult before I had a committed boyfriend. Well, I mean, Des, when I was 15, that lasted a few months. It seemed serious, but he dumped me and said I was too immature. And like, it was like that, years and years of not being able to, and even Steve, he's just crazy. I don't know why he sticks with me, but he's made me grow up. Even though I already thought I was pretty grown up before I dated him, I realized how much I still hadn't grown up. And
yeah.
So yeah, how many times was it me? I mean, as soon as you say that, I remember living in my apartment when you first had Breton, and how I don't even know if you know how many days I just spent sleeping and crying. And
no.
that was after I was diagnosed with depression, and not when I was on medication and things should have been better. But I was so focused on what I didn't have instead of focusing on what I did have, like a great apartment, a wonderful little nephew that I used to babysit.
That's what I'm trying to do now. You know, when I tell myself all the blessings and goodness that I do have in my life.
Yeah, and what about, you know what, here's something that you probably take for granted. You might look at me over here and think, well, how Lisa gets to go to castles or these old churches and, you know, all the things you saw over here whenever she wants, and how cool it must be to live in England or Europe or whatever. And that's true. But God, do I miss Canada. I miss the snow in the winter. I miss the open space. I see all of you guys going, see, now I'm going to cry. I see all of you guys going to the lake, you know, friends and family going to the lake every weekend or every, you know, and swimming, and beaches where you don't have to wait for the water to, you know, for the tide to come in, and you don't have to worry about the undertow, and just like, there's just so much. I mean, even I had a dream about taco time the other day, and I forgot, like, I lost my, did I say this last live? I couldn't find my purse, and I'm like, oh, I'll just use my phone to pay, but I had lost my phone too, and so I couldn't eat taco time, and it was just a dream. So I was even mad because I couldn't even eat taco time in my dream. And like, there's, you know, there, and I can focus on all these things, and trust me, obviously I do, because I'm dreaming about them. So my subconscious is like, but yeah, but again, it's just, it's where we focus, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And I know you. I mean, you're not just my older sister. You're my big sister. You don't always have to be the strong one, because we're all allowed to feel down. But I also know that you are the strong one. You are the one that I looked up to. You're the one who taught me to go out in the world and, you know, be strong and be somebody, and let my voice be heard. I remember who you were when you were a teenager and a young adult. I remember, you know, that person. And I know it is so exhausting being a single mom. And I know I only did it for a few years, and you've done it for way longer. But it's funny how we focus. Okay, so you know when I said to you about Brock going, and I'm like, oh, he goes week on, week off with his dad. So you're thinking, yeah, and it's so hard being a single mom. And I'm thinking, I've never freaking had that. I've never had where I get to share custody of kids and get a break.
Right.
So
yeah.
again, it's the focus, right? Like, what do we, you know? So Laurie says, a friend of mine recently started I always wear light shirts. So I can't see. A friend of mine recently started a gratitude journal to get up and write a thing she is grateful for, and that has helped her get her out of a rut and project what she wants for the day. I think you do that too, Lisa. I do, actually, yes. It's, well, right now it's the journal that I'm using. It's 3 things in the morning that I write that I'm grateful for in the day. And like we talked about before, it can be as simple as toothpaste, or as much as, well, today one of them was sunshine, because the sun had come out, like I said, and I didn't expect it, and I really need the sunshine. But also, like, that all my kids are healthy and happy, and that the blended family fits together, or, you know, those things, that the big things. Are you out of coffee? That was a sad moment there. I saw the. Do you have more coffee in the coffee pot? You can go get a coffee, and I'll keep the show going. Yes, and we'll talk to Melody about journaling when she comes back. I'll tell you guys a secret. You know the happiness, the Way of the Tortoise, the happiness journal that I used and loved? I bought one for Melody, but I haven't mailed it yet because it's in the care package that's sitting in my car waiting to go out. So she'll have a journal that will help her work on those things as soon as I get my ass in gear and post out the care package. Don't say anything. I heard her, what's it called? Stir her coffee.
You heard that?
Yeah, did you hear me talking?
No, I wasn't listening.
Well, that's good. We were talking about you.
What were you saying?
We were talking about penis. I mean, sorry, happiness.
Did you say penis? Well, you keep on sending me so many cocks for my kitchen.
That is true. Melody has a wonderful country cock kitchen. I mean, there's some roosters, and I mean, there is some hens in there too, isn't there? Oh no,
roosters.
they're not. They're just all roosters.
They're all roosters.
Yeah, you have a farmhouse with all the sheep and the roosters. No, we're talking about happiness and gratitude. I heard something the other day too, about, oh, I can't quote it because I didn't know, but it had to do with the fact that something about, literally about energy and vibrations, and something about gratitude and the act of gratitude. So even like writing down the things you're grateful for puts out some kind of vibration. Like basically, yeah, so it actually literally changes things more so than just you focusing and seeing what's, taking inventory of what's good in your life. But I can't, it was more scientific, but I can't quote it because I don't know. But I thought, oh, I never heard that before. But it was, yeah, something that, I can't remember if it changes something in your brain or if it changes something in the universe. But it literally does even more than we thought it did.
I would think that it probably does change something in your brain as well. That's why they call it cognitive behavioral therapy.
Yeah, which one is that? Is that where it takes 21 days to make something into a habit, or?
I don't know the exact definition.
Right, and
it's retraining your brain.
Oh, right. And Tina says, did our package ever arrive to you? Yes, Tina, it did. It is on my desk, and I remember I looked through it when I first got here, and then I put everything back in it, and I didn't necessarily forget about it, but I've just been distracted, and I meant to like go through it with people when they're around as well. So Chinese water experiment shows that the water molecules in your body physically change with thoughts. That's what Tina said. And also, yeah, actually, Tina, when you said that Chinese water experiment, it just reminded me of something, and I can't remember if it was a Chinese scientist or not. I might be incorrect on that. But anyways, it reminded me of the experiment with rice, where they told a few people to try this, so they had more than one person doing it, one family doing it. So you take a pot, you boil a pot of rice. So it's the same rice, same boiled, everything else. Then when it's done, you put half in one jar and half in another jar, put them in 2 separate rooms, and then go in each day. And one of them, you talk negative to it. And the other jar of rice, you go and talk positive to it. And I guess after this experiment was done, the rice that had been talked to negatively was black and gross and everything else. And the other one that was talked positively to had a nutty flavor and was nice, like it wasn't bad at all. And I know I've heard that with plants, you can do it with 2 plants or apples, and the apple rots faster when it's talked negative to it. So remember
that's really
that. Yeah. This is something I'm going to do for the girls. I saw that, I think it was a brush actually, but on the back, it's all colorful, like, and the bottom of the brush goes into, like, if you turned it upside down, it'd be like a horn for a unicorn. And so, but you know how lots of times those big brushes, the things fall off. So with the handle and the square looking back, it looks like it could have been a mirror too, but I'm almost certain it was a brush. But it's sitting on top of the landing. So I think because the girls were cleaning the room, I think they're going to like get rid of it because it's broken. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to write something like, "You're beautiful the way you are," and then put some kind of like glazing on it so it looks like a mirror. So when you lift it up, instead of seeing a mirror, it says like a positive message like that, because it's too cool of a thing to just throw out. But I know, like, I've tried gluing brushes back together, and then, doesn't always work. So yeah. So what my point was that, right now, especially right now, when you're on those down days, besides being graceful and knowing that we all have down days, and you just, like the flu, you just got to get through them. It's when it lasts too long that something needs, it's like if you have the flu, you need to just get through those days. But if the flu isn't going away, then you need to go to the doctor because it might be something else. So it's the same thing with your down days. It's okay to have down days, but when it seems like they're lasting a little too long, or it might be something else, then that's when you need to get help. But write on your mirror in, washable marker or whatever, just say, you know, you're beautiful. And then on the fridge, write, looking good today, you know, like, so you think like your body looks good, you might choose something different out of the fridge then, or just leave those little messages for yourself. Because when we feel like shit and we're a slug on the couch, we're also saying all those shit messages to ourselves as well, aren't we? I mean, I'm just asking because you're in that spot right now. I bet you're saying things like that, like, I'm lazy, I have, like you said, I have no motivation. I have, and that's true. Those, like, you, that might be, no, not that you're lazy, but that you might not have motivation right now. But just say, like, because honestly, I know you're a McDermott, and it's the same thing. I used to say I was lazy all the time, and that's bullshit. I work my ass off, but it has to be something I actually care about, like the garden, right? Everybody says how great my garden is. Yeah, because I work really, really hard at it. So am I lazy? No. But if I don't have anything to care about, if I'm not focused on something, then yeah, I can spend days doing nothing and sitting around. So I can't, I gotta, you know, I stopped saying I'm lazy. But maybe you're just not inspired. Right? Because I know you do. You work hard. When you need to work hard, when you need to do something or you want to do something, you'll work hard at it. Even when you used to make, I'm saying used to because I'm guessing you haven't done it recently, but making cards, making, you know, crafting and everything else. When you're focused, you work hard at something. So maybe you're just not inspired right now because life is throwing you some, you know, and like I said, this year, not only has COVID been hard on everybody, but like you said, the surgery, what about just the scare of that, you know, the idea that you might have had cancer, you know, and what that meant for your life if it came back that it was cancerous, right? And how fleeting life is. And
well, and just all the stuff happening to people that we know as well, you know.
Yeah, young people dying is what you mean, and getting sick, and the fact that, but we got to look at that too. Not, I mean, I say young people, but we're in our 40s, and yes, that's young for people who live till they're 80 or 100. But at the same time, this was the life expectancy a couple hundred years ago, and we've had great lives. So yeah, we're going to see some devastation around us, and we're all going to have to go through some health things now because we're getting older all the time. But
yeah,
how many good days do we have? So yes, there's no more comments since the Chinese water torture. Just kidding, not torture. What else? I mean, I can ramble and ramble and ramble, but what do you have planned this week? Lying on the couch, doing nothing?
Work, come home, lie on the couch. No. Work, depends on the weather.
Yeah.
There's not too much to do anyways, but.
Are you reading anything?
Yes. I'm reading. I can't remember the name of it, but it's by Trisha O'Malley.
So it's a novel.
Yeah, it's the most recent book in her Tequila Keys series.
Oh, did you tell us about it before?
8 Ways to Tequila or something.
Yeah, I've been there.
So no, it's about a girl or lady named Thea Rose, and she has a business with her partner Luna. So it's like Luna potions and tarot, and she's just learning. She's just coming into her magic, so she's, you know, being taught how to do stuff.
Oh, I like stuff like that. Bill Smith says,
yeah, and then there's always kind of a murder. Hi, Bill.
There's always, I like how you say that.
There's always a murder, so then they're, you know, on the case trying to figure out who it is. So.
And so the character's name is Athea.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, I think it's just Athea, but it's spelled Althea, like Althea, Althea.
Oh, Althea. Okay.
So I don't know if you'd say Althea or if you'd still say Athea.
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
Whichever. So why don't you? I don't know if we've said it before, but it might have been a year ago. Even if we did, why don't you tell everybody the cute story when your 20-year-old was not 20, but he was probably about 10. Yeah, let's say 10. And he asked you if he could have a drink.
Yeah, when I was living in Dawson Creek, BC, Lisa had came to visit us.
Oh no, it was your basket of Christmas goodies. No, that's a different story. Or which one was
No,
it?
you must have came to visit us because it was your tequila.
I did.
And,
that's what it was. He kept trying things in your basket.
Yeah, he kept trying things in a Christmas basket that I got from work. But every time before and I was on the computer, so every time before he tried something, he'd run to me, Mom, can I try this chocolate? Yes, go ahead. A few minutes later, he'd come back, Mom, can I try this? Yes, go ahead. Again, third time comes, Mom, can I try this? I'm like, you can try anything on that table, anything in the basket. And so then all of a sudden I hear choking and sputtering and coughing. And yeah, like it was horrible. So I came around the corner and I said, what are you doing? Like, what did you do? He's like, oh, I tried that, that drink there.
Tequila.
And it was my sister's tequila and he was choking on it. I'm like, oh my God. It's so funny though.
Oh, let me tell you something.
I didn't try anything on the table, so he tried some tequila.
I wonder if he's drank tequila since.
I don't know.
This is funny. You know, at the water park in Edmonton, the World Water Park, and you know how some of the slides you have to cross your arms and the floor falls out and you shoot down. Well, Nessie's no, it was the Sky Screamer, the one that goes like that. Erica, so this is like when we were in Canada like 2 years ago. So she's 13 now, so she was 11, and she was going on the slides and enjoying lots of the slides. So I told her she'd really like the Sky Screamer. So we went to the top and she went into the booth and I said, okay, do this. And then, the dome's closed, but you can see through it and you can see that she was scared. And I'm like, yeah, you're going to be okay. Yeah, love you. Like it's going to be good. And then when the floor drops and I'm like, oh my God, she's either going to really have enjoyed it or she's going to hate me. Because I didn't tell her how scary it was and how much, I just put my child onto one of the scariest things and just waved and pretended it was all good.
It's a crazy feeling when that bottom drops out and you're like, for that split second, you're just suspended in air. Like there's nothing there.
I know, absolutely.
Whoosh, there you go.
I know, and to see her face, I'm like, oh man, she might hate me after this. But luckily she didn't.
That's okay. I've seen your face too when you first tried the new where the bottom drops out.
Oh, yeah. Remember, you're supposed to keep your hands like this?
Lisa. Keep your hands like this. Okay.
I know. They used to call me chicken, like a bird, like chicken. Not because I was scared, but when I'd go off the tower at the swimming pool, I never dove off of it, but jumping off of it, the fight or flight, it was like, I would always be like, ah! Like I was trying to fly back up as I went down. So I was going to help.
I think I've did that too.
Yeah. So your hair looks nice.
Thank you. I cut it. You can see it's shorter.
Oh yeah, we have like almost the same length. Oh, that looks good.
I missed the length. Now that I cut it, I missed the length, but.
Yeah, me too, but mine will be healthier as it grows and thicker.
Usually the other, like probably once a year I get it cut shorter, but the last few years I've gotten it layered. But this time I got it cut, it's actually it's just blunt, like all one length.
But it looks good at that length. I like it. Tina says we're both looking good. Thank you, Tina.
Thanks, Tina. Tina just got back from holidays.
Oh, I knew she was on holidays, but I didn't know when she got back because, so
yes.
Are you looking forward to autumn?
Me?
Yeah.
I am looking forward to beautiful warm days, hopefully still in autumn. And I do love the changing of the colors of the trees and going for the walks in the autumn.
Did you know that that's something you have in Canada too? I can't remember if it has to do with how cold it gets. There's something about it that the reason that there's more leaves with like red pigment and stuff, like, I don't know, the changing of the leaves is more drastic where you are. So you see a lot more contrast than where we are, besides the fact that some of ours don't even change. But yeah, the reds and everything, like it's much more autumny looking there than here.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, all those great photos that people go and take in front of the trees and stuff, you have way more chance of doing it there than here.
Yeah.
It took me a while to get used to seeing green grass in the middle of winter here.
Do your trees lose their leaves in the winter? Like, I would think they still run through a cycle, or no?
It depends which trees. Some of them, I mean, some of them still might run through a cycle where if they have berries, or I mean, there's some plants that even flower in the winter, and then their berries are in the spring, and then in the summer they're dormant, where they, well, actually, there is even some of my plants that have no leaves in the summertime. But yeah, the ones that are evergreen, like hollies and stuff like that, their leaves stay green all year. But I'm trying to do in the front garden because the caravan reminds me, like the guest house reminds me of like you guys from Canada staying here and stuff. I'm trying to do more of a winter look there, where I'm only putting deciduous trees, like ones that lose their leaves, and conifers and things, like, so that it makes me feel like it's like, you know, not so evergreen.
Is there a spot in England that you go that makes you feel like home? Like, is there something that's very similar to Canada, or something that when you're there you're like, this feels like Canada?
Well, when I went to the seaside a few weeks ago, I've already said this, like told you guys, but when I went to the seaside a couple weeks ago, usually the sea is cold where we are, right? So it's too big to warm up, and it doesn't stay warm enough for days enough for it to warm up. But we did have a few weeks where it was quite hot weather here as well, and it was like this much of the seaside while the tide was in was warm, and swimming that day and the fact that when we got to the water, like it slowly got deeper, that really reminded me of the lakes, and that was so awesome. It was like I could not have asked it to be better, except for the fact that I wish the tide wasn't going out, because I could have been there all day. Although the men, like Owen and Steve's dad Pierce, were all sitting on Owen came in the water, but anyways, Steve and Pierce were sitting on the sand still and just burning under the sun, because they hadn't gone in the water, so they, you know, had no way of cooling off, and there was no shade where we were, so we had to be mindful of not leaving them out too long in the sun. But so that was, like I said, just a few weeks ago, and that really, really felt like home. I lied on the water and just floated and pretended I was at the lake in Canada. No, but I hear there's nowhere specific, but I think like where like, well, that's why I'm trying to make my own little corner that reminds me. Actually, even when I go sit in the caravan, for those of you from Canada, it's a mobile home. It's like our guest house. When I sit in there, I feel more like Canadian, not because we're like trailer trash, but because it's, yeah, I don't know. It just, you know, there's lots of reasons. Like that's where Dad was supposed to stay when he you know, he was going to come out and visit me before he passed away, and then where you guys stayed, and I feel like that there. But as far as outdoors, like maybe when I go to any body of water, any lake, I try to pretend like we're walking in the woods. But I'd like to go out in Scotland in the winter, because it's more north. There's more of it seems like Scotland would be more like Canada than down here. So, you know, you hear
in
about
the winter.
Like, yeah, they have but they also have like, they'll have the colder spring. Like it won't, you know, again, how I have a longer growing season, they don't have as long up there. In the more north you get. Sorry, you can hear the dog drinking water. Yeah, so like I hear because they show that, you know how like all of Alberta they'll show the weather for and stuff. So because the UK is so small, they show all of, you know, Scotland and oh shoot, my phone just said it's low power. Just hang on, I want to make sure that my phone's charging.
Okay.
Yeah, so they tell us the weather for Scotland and Ireland and everything, and yeah, I hear like sometimes in the spring or the autumn where we're starting to get nicer. We might not have frost days. They might still have frost days up there. So yeah. So I think like, so maybe in the winter I might go up there. I don't know why it's doing that. I know my portable charger is working because my light is plugged into it. So, and this cord works. I'm not sure. That's good. We have 15 minutes left anyway, so hopefully my 20% on my phone will last. And I'm
When
so
I go,
pardon?
When I go to Save on Foods, it reminds me of England when I see Tesco.
Oh, the Tesco row, yeah. That's funny. And I don't even get to shop at Tesco as much anymore. I mean, I do go there sometimes, but I have to go to Northwich because we used to have a Tesco right in Middlewich, but we don't anymore. So, so if I want to go to Tesco, I have to go to Northwich. For those of you who don't know, Tesco's a grocery store here, and Save on Foods in Alberta has a Tesco aisle. So that has British things. Oh yeah, I was doing that face because I'm fresh. Have you seen that video of Felicity, our other sister Tina's daughter, who's 3 now, but she was probably 2 in the video? And because it was last summer, I think, and I still have it on my phone because it's just too cute. She's like, "I'm frustrated."
Yeah.
And Auntie Tina, I guess it's her mom, says, why are you frustrated? And she's like, and she explains it, and then she's like, and then she couldn't remember, and her mom's like, "Oh, is it because of this?" And she's like, "If you can't remember, maybe you're not frustrated anymore." And she says, "I'm frustrated." So that's, anyways, yeah, because I'm frustrated because I haven't done my workout. So even though Steve's out with his mates, I can't just go and lie in bed and go to sleep or whatever. I got to do my workout first.
What mother? That live?
Yes, Erica, I'm doing my live.
I know.
Come and say
Hi,
hi,
Erica.
with your makeup.
Ow.
Yeah, come here.
No.
They never see you with makeup and your hair done. Come here.
Oh,
I can't
wow.
remember why. I know. I can't remember what did you? Come here.
Because I'm always going to bed and you don't wear makeup for bed.
I know, but what were you doing your makeup for again?
Oh, I was bored.
Oh, wow.
Go down a little so they can see your hair too.
Why? Because I'm
What did Dad say you look like? Oh, a Russian gymnast. And I thought you looked like a ballerina.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
You look a lot like your sister Aurora with the makeup done like that. I think it.
You get up then.
I can't. You're squishing me.
Isn't this? She's almost as tall as me.
I am as tall as you.
Hmm.
Stand up.
No, I can't. I'm doing my live. I can only squish
Both
you.
boys are taller than me.
Oh, both of the boys, did you say?
Yeah, are taller than me.
Wowzers.
Mm-hmm.
Guess that's just the way it is.
Yep.
We're still the shortest. Okay, bye.
Boom.
And now Lena's here too to say hi.
How much extra time do we get?
You can have enough time that you leave me alone until I'm done this. And
Okay.
then I'll give you trouble for being late. Love you. So okay, so autumn, the reason I was asking about autumn, yeah, it's one of my favorite seasons. I miss the smell of the air too, that crisp, nice smell that you get in the air in autumn. It's not as prevalent here as it is there. But it's still sweater weather and, hot cups of tea or cocoa or coffee or, just that. It's just I love every season. And trust me, I'm not rushing summer away, but autumn is just magic. Like, it's just warm and magic, and I love it.
I agree with your analysis, because when I think of autumn, I think of, like hot potato soup or, casseroles or just almost comfort food.
Yeah, but comfort, like that's like the sweater too, the jumper as they call it here, like a woolly jumper. It's like the comfort of it is, even if you don't necessarily need it, it's like a comfortable feeling, and just, yeah, or if it's a bit of a chill outside, so you're gonna warm yourself up with, like you said, a bowl of soup, or yeah, it's just
Yeah. And
I
scarf
think,
season.
Pardon?
So I get to wear my scarves.
Oh yes, that's true. And I might even, I don't know if I'll do a live, you know how it's gonna be darker sooner. So in the autumn, I might even do a live with the fire going outside in the fire pit. So it's that cozy
That would be nice.
autumn. Yeah, well, that's what we'll do then. Maybe we'll dress all autumny, and maybe you'll be my guest that week, and we'll do a cozy, comfortable. Oh, you could even maybe be at Mom's and have the fire going there. I know you have a fire indoors. Or yeah, maybe you have your fire in your living room going. I don't have a wood burning fire in the house.
I can't use mine right now. I need to get my tiles on the hearth repaired. There's a crack in it. And so when I had the inspection a few years ago, they told the condo board, and the condo board says that it's a fire hazard. But I mean, it's a crack in the tile. Like, that is it. So yeah. I have to get it tiled.
So I know Billy's busy, that's our brother, but when he's up on time, which I know he doesn't come to Edmonton as much, but I wonder if he could do it, or something you do yourself?
No, I wish I could. I wish I could get someone that I know to do it. But it says that it has to be done by like a reputable fireplace person or whatever.
Oh, it's what you're saying.
So I did have someone come out and give me an estimate. And he said if I go buy the tiles and the grout and all the stuff, it would probably be for his labor, probably about $500 to have it repaired.
Yeah, which, I mean, yeah, that's a good chunk of money.
Right, so it's been unusable for 3 years now because I can't afford that.
Yeah, that's crap that it can't just be like you can do it yourself, but then a fire person inspects it. Because because tiling's not that hard of a job, but and Billy did his, but I don't know that I wonder if you have to use a specific kind of grout when it's a fireplace. I don't know. But I guess there might even be certain tiles that you have to use because they'll probably have to be fire resistant or heat resistant because they're so close to the...
Yeah, I looked into that, and there's a rating for the ones that you can use for a fireplace.
Yes, that's something that if we ever have to ship stuff from Canada, we forgot to buy them and put them on the shipping container when we ship my stuff over. But the fire pit, I don't think they're called bricks, but the big, they're kind of curved shaped, and you make the fire pit like Dad has and stuff. You can't get those over here because people don't have fire pits here as commonly as they do in Canada. So me and Steve meant to buy those and put them on the shipping container, but we forgot. And we're not going to just ship just those over. So that's something that we had wanted from Canada, but never got. And just to update everybody on the electrician, he said he wanted the job, but we still haven't heard from him again. And so we're still in the same position we've been for, like you said, for your fireplace 3 years. We're like still waiting on an electrician, so nothing can be done. And it's just, but Steve has some other people that he talked to who have some electricians. So we'll see if these ones work out. And one day, some of our work might be done. Every single room, like when I'm in the office, I think, wow, it'll be great one day when I don't have to turn on 17 lamps to get light in here. And our entranceway, it's been 2 years. Because remember our entranceway got redone while we were in Canada, plastered, all the walls redone. 2 years ago. And since we have no light in the hall. It's one lamp, like a torch lamp that's on the middle landing of the stairs. That's it. And in the kitchen, one of our fluorescent lights has stopped working. It's not just the starter or the light bulb. So we have half the light we used to in the kitchen. And obviously the first job we need done though from the electrician is a bathroom downstairs. Plus the bathroom upstairs still doesn't have the extractor fan put in. The light and extractor fan. So, and I noticed on the ceiling, like the paint above the shower is going to start bubbling and stuff because the steam doesn't escape, right? So it's so annoying because I like to get things done even and do myself if I can, but it's the same thing. They're not things that we can do. You can't, like I've said before, the energy that goes through the wires here is double what it is in Canada. So lots of the stuff that in Canada you can do yourself, changing a light fixture and stuff, you can't do it legally here yourself. So it's very frustrating. I'm frustrated. But yes, so I have a care package that is on its way to you guys. I meant to post it on Thursday, but I wanted to add some more stuff to it. So it's sitting on the back seat of my car, and the labels are there. It's in an Amazon box that I had stuff in, but I'm not going to ship it like that. I'm going to put the brown paper around it, and I have the tape thing. So is there anything you want in the care package? Any chocolate bars or things from Canada that you think I should add to it? Mom, don't worry. I put some rhubarb and custard candies in there because I know you're out of those. So before I tape up the box, is there anything specific that you can think that you might want from here or for the kids or anything else?
No.
I can't send any pasties or crumpets. Okay, well, if you think of anything, let me know before I tape it up, but I should be posting it tomorrow or Tuesday, maybe, but I'll try to do it tomorrow.
Yeah, I want to get one together to send to you guys up there too.
Yeah, well, let me know when you're going to post it. I know you were going to put in some, like the chocolate bars that we were talking about last week.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mom, why did you say no thanks? You don't want any rhubarb and custard candies? I just bought 10 boxes of them today. I thought you liked them.
I think she meant that there's nothing other than that she would like.
Oh, right. Okay. All right. Good. I mean, not that they can't be eaten, but the good thing is that they're not just candies. They're also sugar-free. So you don't have to feel guilty eating them. Steve was eating, there's these lozenges, they're called Jakemans. So you unwrap them like a hard candy, and they look like a hard candy, but they're also like lozenges for when you're sick. He's always saying, you want one? And I'm like, no, because I eat them when I'm sick. So if I eat them, like I want to save them for when I need them. But he used to eat them like when he'd go for his walks and stuff, like so his throat's not dry. And then he looked at the calories, and he couldn't believe like how many he was eating in a day and how many calories they were. So now he's eating these sugar-free candies because, yeah, it was just a lot of calories just in those candies, just keep his throat from being dry. And actually, it's weird because he's been chewing gum the last few weeks. It was sugar-free gum, and it's just bizarre because I've never known him to chew gum until now. What, it's split? Yeah, so eat it. All of it? Well, it can also go in another container, but you know what? I'll eat all of it. The cardboard ice cream thing, I bought a small cookie dough ice cream, and she just brought it out, and the cardboard is split in, like, you know, like, oh no. So now she has to eat it all.
Oh no, that's tragic.
Yeah, but like it's better her than me because that, again, we're talking about calories. Although,
what's your favorite ice cream?
Here I eat chocolate mint. In Canada, it would be tiger ice cream. For everyone who doesn't know, it's orange flavored ice cream with black licorice in it. So yummy. I meant to make it here too because as long as you have the extracts, I could make it. So I need to try that. Yeah, I think I'm going to try it. I have so many. See, that's the other thing is that with the longer growing season, all these things that I would love to do in the house, baking and cooking and scrapbooking and everything, and I tell myself I'm going to do them. But then in Canada, when it's winter, you're not going to garden because there's snow on the ground. You can't do anything. Everything's frozen under the snow. So you have no choice but to find something else to do. But here, I'm always like, okay, well, it's cold and raining, but if I wear my raincoat, I could go out and get some stuff done in the garden. And yeah, it's hard to get anything else done, even if I want to, even the things I need to get done. Like I said, getting the kids ready for school, ordering things they need. We don't have to do the supplies like you do, but I have to get them some school shoes and make sure that they have uniforms that fit and some new school shirts and stuff. You know, but maybe I'll wait, like Christmas, I'll wait till like 2 days before they start school and when the stores have no shirts left. And
I'm a procrastinator, so I usually wait till the last day.
Yeah, I do too. I'm just like, how important is it? Where does it fall on the list? So,
though I'm telling myself, there is a couple home repairs that I want done before like fall winter. So I want to like re-insulate the doors, like the weather stripping.
Right.
So that I should be doing soon. I have to look into what to buy and how to do it.
Oh,
and
right.
hope it works.
And what's the other things that you want done?
I bought some spray foam insulation just for some of the, if there's cracks or holes on the outside of the house, so I don't get mice or anything in. I just kind of want to fill some holes that I seen.
Right. We get mice in the autumn and stuff, living next to the train tracks as well. We get them whether we want to or not, but I just have to put some traps. And I was up in the loft getting something out for Thomas, and because I swore we had mice earlier this year in the spring, but I put traps. I kept like making sure there's food on them, everything, and I could not catch a mouse. I didn't know what was happening, and then we were like, well, maybe it's a bird or a squirrel or something. Anyways, when I went up there the other day, and I think because Thomas trapped one in his room, because he like woke up to it being in his bathroom. It chewed on wires for a torch lamp that he had in there, because again, his bathroom doesn't have lights in it yet either. But it was a rat. So I think he got it. Yeah, because we have rats here, but I haven't had to deal with them the whole time I've lived here, besides Thomas's pet rats. But yeah, and it was a rat, and then it confirmed it when I went up in the loft in the area where I haven't put floor down in the loft yet. There was poo, and Thomas was up there with me, and I said, is that rat poo? And he knows because he has rats, and he said yes. And I said, that's why the mouse traps never got him. So I'm gonna have to put some rat poison up there, because I have rules, right? Things can live outside and I won't bother them, but you can't come in the house. This is my territory, your territory, my territory. But also, I have too much stuff up in the loft. That's my storage stuff. I don't know if rats chew up things like mice do and stuff, but I don't want anything wrecked.
Well, I believe they do, yeah.
Yeah, for nesting and stuff. So, actually, I know they do, because Thomas has bought his rats like hammocks and things, and they just chew them up. So, hi, Nicole. Thanks for tuning in. You might have to watch it in a few minutes from the beginning, because I think we're almost done. Oh yeah, we're over the hour. So is there anything else you would like to say before we see you next week at the end of August? I mean, I'm not saying you have to be my guest. Pardon?
I miss you.
I miss you too. And even though we're talking on this for the world to see, I'm so glad that we're talking. Oh, and you know those photos that I talked about before? I finally plugged in my hard drive and took some old pictures off of my hard drive from back in the day, including the photos, but I haven't sent them to you because I haven't posted them yet, because I'm going to use them as one of my Throwback Thursdays. But remember me and you in the swimming pool with the big octopus?
Octopus, yeah.
Yeah, I got those photos. So they're on my phone, and my goodness, am I a big lady then? And that was a year after Aurora was born, so I can't be like, oh, I just had a baby. But I am double the woman I am right now, at least. So, but it was still so much fun. So it's things like that I miss too. Just hanging out with you and laughing with you, and laughter is just so much good medicine. Oh my God, you know what happened last night? Have you heard of the movie A Quiet Place?
No.
Okay, well, it's a really good movie. And then there's A Quiet Place too. And I think it might be out in theaters right now, but Steve has a sneaky way of watching stuff on this thing he has. Anyway, so we watched A Quiet Place 2 last night, and there was a few parts that it's not like psychological scary, but you know when like things fly out of something, or they just like something scares you like that, or a big bang? Oh,
yeah.
Me and Steve jumped a few times last night while we were watching it. Just pooped our pants. But I love it at the same time, because it's not often that movies get you like that, right? So it was pretty good. And it was a good movie too. So yes. And The Haunted House, which was first done by you and your ex, XXX. And so I'm looking forward to that, but I really wish we were closer and you could help me with things, and we could hang out and laugh and do all the things we used to do.
Yep.
And I still think about when we lived together for a year. And actually,
yeah, that time flew by.
These better not be rats in the. Oh, there better not be rats in the caravan, Mom said. Oh yeah, that's where we store Thomas's pet rats. No, I'm just kidding. There's no rats in the caravan. There has to be food for rats to want to come in, and there's no food in the caravan either. So, but like I said, in the whole time I've lived here, almost 7 years, this is that was the first rat I had to deal with. So I try to keep all my compost in compost bins. I don't put any meat or grease or anything in my compost bins. I'm not doing anything to attract the rats, but you know, just like the autumn and stuff, when it starts getting colder outside, the mice and stuff, they want somewhere warm to nest. And that's when you tend to get mice in your house, is, you know, at the end of the summer, early autumn, when it's starting to get colder. So, yes, we'll have to deal with wildlife. Yeah, I hope everybody has a good week coming up. And today's the 22nd, so it'll be the 29th when I'm back here next Sunday. And today is day 470 for Steve working out. And as soon as I get my butt in gear, it'll be 370 days in a row for me working out. Mom says maybe it's going to be colder there this year. Mom, why did you say that? Why do I want it to be cold? It's always cold here, even in the summertime. Sometimes it's chilly, and I'm like, when does summer get here? But it's
the Farmer's Almanac is predicting that we're going to have some close to -50 this year.
Well, that won't surprise me because you guys had that last year almost too, didn't you? Or in the spring there, it got really cold. I remember there was a huge difference at a certain point, and I was talking to Steve about it, like how it could be like so hot in the summertime and so cold in the winter.
Yeah.
You know, like even an 80 degrees difference, like -40 to +40. Well, no, sorry, yeah. +30 to. Anyways, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, okay, well, I hope that you win the lottery so you can get your fireplace fixed before the -50s come. And
gotta play the lottery to win it. I don't play the lottery. Maybe I should start.
Well, you don't have to play it like every week, but you gotta play it once in a while. You can't win if you don't play. So I do it like once every few years or something, but if you're meant to win, you're going to win. But yeah, you can't win if you don't play. So just do it once in a while. Right? And
right.
And you have your homework assignment. So grab some magazines and sit on.
Who has magazines anymore? Like, there's not one magazine in this house.
I buy gardening magazines all the time, but that's because I'm an addict.
I don't buy anything.
And I have spiritual magazines. Do you want me to send you some spiritual magazines in the care package?
No, I don't need it.
Okay, well, oh, you don't have a printer either. You have a printer at work. Is it color?
I have a printer. It's just out of ink right now, but I'll figure it out.
People do have magazines. You can even buy them at like Valley Village and stuff for maybe $1 or something. But yeah. Okay, well, you can write words. Words will work. Oh, hi, okay. Matic, we're done for today. So if you want to watch this, it'll be posted in a few minutes, and you can watch it from the beginning. Matic is one of Tom's best friends, and Matic, that's my sister Melody.
Hello.
So, yes, I'm sure if you manifest magazines, some magazines will come your way, and you can find things to rip out and do. I bet you Mom probably has magazines or something, newspapers somewhere. You'll see things that you want. Otherwise, write the words out. But I want to see your vision board next. Even if you're only my guest for a minute to show us your vision board, we're going to see whatever you've worked on from now until then on Sunday. And the good news is that you can do it from your couch.
I probably won't be here next weekend.
Oh, you're going camping? Okay, well then we'll give you 2 weeks.
Well, I guess camping. Yes, I'll be out at the lake with Candace.
Right.
Hopefully.
That is. Okay. All right. Magic says, have a lovely evening, guys. And you too, Magic and Melody, I love you. And I'm glad that you could be my guest today. And I hope that you have a good week or two. And if you're home, you'll tune in next week. And if you're not, then enjoy your camping. Although I'll probably talk to you during the week, but I'll try and get that care package.
See, sometimes I'm back before you go live on Sundays, so maybe.
Right. Perfect. All right. Cool. All right. Have a good week, everyone. Love you. See you next week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.